expecting too much. Way too much. Look at all these faces. This is like a fucking intervention. We could have did this from fucking Marty's house. This is a fucking small room. Anyways, for all you guys who know who I am, I'm Victor Vasquez. I'm back into comedy after a 10-year hiatus. Well, most people call it hiatus. Latinos call it marriage. I was married and I'm going through a divorce just like a homeboy before me. The difference is I've been married twice. Yeah, I know. A two-timer. I'm on my third strike right now. Now, the first time I was married, it was for 8 years. Okay? Ironically, the second time is 8 years. So I guess I'm only good for 2 terms. But I'm up for re-election. Yes, I am. I'm starting my own political party. It's called a teabag party. So anybody interested in becoming a teabagger? You know, political views are very simple. Just be a yes man, and we're all good. But I don't know, has anybody gone through a divorce? Pinche Sophie. I know that woo, but that was in the back of a car. The hardest part, I guess, is telling the kids that, you know, the marriage is over. I don't know if you guys ever had to do that. So I got 4 kids, okay? 19, 18, 16, and 13. I got a girl, questionable boy, and a girl. And don't tell them what I said. But here I am, sitting in the living room, telling them, okay, you know, things are not going to work out between Mom and I. We're going to have to go separate ways. And it's funny because they all look at me like, well, who's getting the house? I go, that's simple. Mom's going to get the house, you know? I go, but who's coming with me? They all had that look like, well, you go first. So who bolts out the door? The 13-year-old, right? Daddy's girl. Fuck you guys. So I start hanging out with my bags and coming up down the driveway comes the 13-year-old going, whew. Daddy, I love you. I left my iPad in the car. Go figure, right? So, out of all this experience, this is what I'm figuring out. You know, it's my second strike. You know, I guess I'm not the marriage kind. So, I guess I'll never become Mormon because if I can't keep these 2 cabronas happy, what's going to make it with 7? I went to therapy. Anybody done therapy? Now, I'm not talking about therapy for yourself. After you go through one of these situations, the therapist starts telling me I need to learn how to love myself. Woo! I know. I've been doing that since I was 11. How much love can I created the first eye touch. My first menage a trois was both hands at the same time. So they tell me that I need to learn how to love myself and that apparently I'm bipolar. I'm bipolar. I'm like, what? I'm a bear that goes both ways? I'm bipolar. So here I am with my issues, figuring out that, you know, I'm worth shit. I can't get married again. So I'm off to the dating scene. Anybody hit the dating scene lately? Women are different. They're different. No. I'm talking about physicality. I'm talking about the physical aspect, not mentally. I'm talking about when I was dating, there was still froze down there. There was still carpeting. I just discovered hardwood floors. And the interesting thing about the women these days is everybody seems to have a tattoo somewhere about right here that in I don't want to get too graphic because I know there's my godsons here, but you already know how Nino is. I don't care. When you get to this point, when los tienes gachadas like this, how do you concentrate? Because you're like, well, damn, that's... Did you get this in Pasadena? This is good work. Everyone that. You guys are young, but what I'm trying to figure out, like, I know this girl, I'm glad she's not here, but I'm going to say it anyways. She has a dragon coming out right here. When she's 80 years old, that dragon's going to be going back into the cave. There's a thing called gravity. And the reason why I'm discovering this is because the older that we're getting, you know, for women, you know, you guys discover you're getting older when gravity sets in, when you guys go brush your teeth, and you bend down and your cheeches are in the bowl. For us men, this remarkable feat of gravity hits us at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when we go to the restroom. And you know how we are, you know, we're half asleep, so we can't pee standing up. You gotta sit down. And lo and behold, what happens? You discovered you sat on your balls. Your balls drop all of a sudden, like after you hit 42, 43. And you guys are going, bullshit? Wait. You guys are going to, fucking Victor was right. But in my case, God has a sense of humor. Both balls didn't drop at the same time. I got my left one down here, my right one saying, fuck it. I'm not ready to go. He's still hanging in there. Left one's hanging. You know, I'm dying over here. It's, you know, I need a nut tuck. I'll get Dr. Bob, but he didn't show up. So, getting older, another thing I discovered is, you know, you got the pills now, right? You know what I'm talking about? You're under 30. Why are you using a pill, cabron? See, prior to you guys having pills, all you young guys, the old school Viagra were 2 popsicle sticks and some rubber bands. I tried Viagra. I'm never touching it again, just like a Red Bull. I end up using it, and supposedly you're supposed to do it like 2 hours before, right? Help me here, whoever's used it before. 2 hours before. I was like this. Apparently it went the other way. So I had a left leg hard on the whole night. Pills do not work for me. And another thing, after going 2 failed marriages, I realized that I know I'm going to hit a core here, but I'm going to go here no matter what, is the fact that I just don't date Latinas anymore.
I'm walking out.
I love my Latinas. You guys are beautiful, sensuous. You guys cook. You love your man like there's no other. But you're fucking crazy. You're fucking crazy. And I'll tell you why. Fucking Lorena Bobbitt gave you guys a fucking excuse to do what the hell you want to do your man when he fucks up.
That's great.
But the thing is where do you guys come up with this concept that it's okay for you guys in the middle of the night while we're asleep to cut our nut? Where does that give you the green light? I mean, where does it give you the green light to cut the nut? That's what, you don't see none of the guys, you know, attacking you that way in your private part. I mean, how would you like it if we super glued you cut? And then you gotta go pee, and I start, I can't believe you did this. And shit squirting out the back. Just remember that. We love you, we don't do that kind of crap. But in case some of you guys don't know what I've done before, you know, I've been a promoter and a DJ for many years, and I've done weddings, quinceañeras, you name it. I've been on the Wheels of Steel. I was DJing when there was 8-track. But the one thing I know about, you know, notice about is Latinos when it comes to music, I mean, as soon as we hear certain songs, it takes over. I mean, you know, especially when we hear one of those songs that just throws you way back, we're like, oh shit! That's my jam! You start high-fiving everybody in the room. You know what I'm talking about? When you start hearing those songs and it throws you way back and so forth. And have you ever noticed, like, when you're driving in a car, and you could be even with your kids, and all of a sudden, you hear a certain song and it takes over, the song just takes over the demeanor of the whole car, right? Like the older ones here, you start hearing all the bulls that's chiando and shit like that. Remember you got your first hickey? Well, for me, I'm always driving my kids and music always throws me back.
You know what West Coast is gonna tell me? This is true West Coast.
You be driving, right? I was like, you got a problem with that? And then everybody in the car starts. And I don't know about you guys, but when I hear rap music, I want to do something illegal. You know what I'm talking about? That means something like, what you want to do, mama? 13-year-old, let's go fuck some shit up. Alright. Reach into the glove compartment, gets daddy's gun. The sad part is she reaches in and the 13-year-old knows how to cock and lock. You know what I'm talking about? You're driving in the car, and all of a sudden you hear a certain song, it just changes the whole atmosphere. Goes every way. You can even hear a certain song that throws you back, and you get it all like, all chillon and shit. You know what I'm talking about? All of a sudden you're just driving. This one's for my comadre Maria. So you're cruising. And the cabrón is in the front seat, you're like. Get the fuck out. And the kids are in the back seat. The kids are in the back seat, and they're like, "We didn't tell her, Daddy. We didn't tell her, Daddy." I go, "I said fucking everyone." You know what I mean? But it's funny how relationships are weird, especially Latinos. You ever been heading to an event, quinceañera or something like that, and especially a husband, wife, boyfriend, and you guys are driving over there, but you're pissed off at each other? You know what I'm talking about? You're pissed off at each other, you're heading on over there. And you have that, the mad dog look as you guys are driving. And your old man usually comes out and waits for you. He gets out halfway up the fucking driveway, decides to handle, "Hey, fucker, venimos juntos," You get into the party, and it's one of those events where you guys walk in together, and everybody knows you're pissed because you guys just went different ways. Like the women over there and the guys over here. You know what I'm talking about? But no matter how pissed you guys are at each other, all of a sudden you hear a song, and then you're just like, fuck, what? That's our song, bro. Is she looking? She's looking, huh? Are they all looking? Oh, no. Be cool. I am. She looks really good too. Fuck you. This is my wife, cabrón. And you. Don't make this hard. She comes, meet you halfway. Where's that hand go, guys? Then you start doing the cholo shit. 2, left. Remember those days? Music changes us Latinos. We could go from 0 to 60. We could be happy, sad, pissed, and glad on a certain song, just like that. And the funny thing about music that I notice out of all the time that I DJ is certain songs, all of a sudden, you think you're 20 again. You know what I'm talking about? You're out there had a few drinks, had a few shots with the guys. You know, the kids are all shuffling, and all of a sudden the DJ changes it up, right? And you're at the quinceañera, and you're like, hell yeah!
You start listening to songs,
You start challenging your friends? What, fucker? And then all the women are like, oh fuck, here they go again. We fucking boogaloo shrimp out there, look at them. You're like... And then, it's funny because as old as we are, every dance floor at quinceañera, there's not like a section where all of us are doing Pilates before we go dance. Because if we're not, we're like half there. Hold on. Dance for my cousin. Right? I remember I put this song on and I'll be challenging the kids. Motherfucker, don't be a pussy. He starts crying, Mom, Dad speaks, you know, fucking break her again. I'll tell you a true story about that stupid song. My boy Pete, I swear to God, this baboso fucking spun out his head. And he fucking into the urgent care. He fucking snapped his fucking neck. That wasn't that bad though, but it was funny as hell. But it's funny when you also play to a large crowd and you women had a few drinks in you. Right? And all of a sudden, shit starts moving like you never moved that shit before. Well, at least where your kids wouldn't see you. You know, where, you know, all of a sudden you hear a certain song and mom's moving a certain way, and the kid's like, is that your mom? Goes, well, yeah, but don't look at her like that, man. You know, shit, that's my mom. Oh, fuck, your mom's tearing it up, shit. But this same song works for the guys. It doesn't matter where you're at. You'll be walking across to go get a, you know, you literally walk across to go get a drink, and all of a sudden you just hear. And then you get behind someone you don't even know. Oh, sorry, Thea. It's okay. It's a wedding. Right? All of a sudden you start freaking. Nobody even cares. You know what I mean? But with all this said and done, my time's almost up. I wish my wife said that. Like Roy, I lost weight too. I lost 110 pounds. It was her. But one thing I love about music is I have to have music when I make love. Or how someone say when we're boning. But, you know, brothers like Al Green, Marvin Gaye, my homies over here probably put on Tierra and shit. Right? You know, God knows what you guys fucking put on. You probably put on Too Short. And no offense, fucker. You know, my Theo over here puts on, you know, country music. Everybody has a certain thing that they want to listen to while they make love, they get down, right? Me, I like mariachi music. And I'll show you why. It all starts here.